Good Sunday morning to you. Listen to Straight Talk right here on 102 Jamz. Good morning to you, Morgan.
Good morning.
Yesterday, had a lot of football I had to go to.
You did. We ran into each other.
I covered 3 winning teams.
Okay.
Wake Forest, Demon Deacons, the Guilford College Quakers.
And who else? And who else?
Of course. Our anti-spaggies. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our thing.
You heard that?
We're doing our thing.
The Aggies.
We're doing our thing. Market Street is popping right now with blue and gold.
I'm done with you.
All ends of Market Street.
Oh. Well, Aggie Pride, it was a beautiful game. Did you hear my boy Jenkins announcing the game?
He did a good job.
He did an excellent job.
He did a good job.
I really enjoyed it.
I saw Adjoa down there, and I was like, are you going to be annoyed by hearing his voice the entire game? She was like, no. Because I hear his voice all the time.
She got to be used to it.
Yeah.
Got to be used to it.
Anyway, though, it's been a good weekend. How's everything going on your end?
I'm lovely. I'm just getting adjusted to class, but I'm really in heaven right now, and I just want to tell the people why.
Go ahead. I'll let you know.
I got a puppy in my hands, people. I have a puppy in my hands. For anybody who knows me and follow me on social media, I follow like endless amounts of puppy pages. Like, I really want a dog, and I repost puppies all the time. And I was like, you know what? Like, and I love Frenchies, period. Like,
okay.
I got a Frenchie in my hand right now. And I was like, listen, I would like to have somebody on the show who breeds them. And so I found Jason Herriott.
Dreams come true.
Dreams come true. He's in the building. Jason Herriott of Herriott Bulldogs is in the building. He breeds beautiful bulldogs and Yorkies, right?
Yep.
It's lit. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing this afternoon? This morning, rather. I'm so sorry.
You sleep.
Yeah.
That baby still sleep. That baby still sleep. You gonna make it though. So yeah.
Good morning to you, man. I think this is probably the most different thing we've had.
Yeah.
On the show. So what gets you in this line of work?
Well, I love dogs, and my stepdad he used to have dogs growing up. I used to love dogs, and I bought one, and she had some puppies, and they flew. I went to New York, Queens, and I had 10. I sold 10 in 2 hours.
What kind of dogs?
English Bulldogs.
English Bulldogs.
That's what I first started with.
Yeah.
Why that breed?
I always wanted one, you know what I'm saying, growing up, Tom and Jerry, seeing the Bulldog, I always wanted one, so, when I got old enough I could get one, I got my first house and went and bought me one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So how did you go about that process? Because, you might want a particular dog, but it might end up being like a mixed breed or some kind of, mutt or something. Like, how do you know it's the purest version of a breed? You know what I mean?
Well, you could actually DNA a dog. I don't know if people know that. It's like a place called UC Davis. Yeah, you could do some blood work where they can actually tell you what the dog is, but you have to already have the dog in your possession. But you can get the owner to do that before you get the dog to make sure whatever it is that you're getting is true. But if you get AKC papers, usually that kind of indicates that it's a purebred dog.
AKC papers.
Yep.
So you need to know
what that is.
Yep, American Kennel Club.
Okay.
Right. So I wanted to go back to how he said he sold 10 dogs in 2 hours.
No, for real though.
So he clearly you made some money. You're like, hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah. I went up to Jamaica, Queens to see a guy named Slowbucks. You know what I'm saying? He invited me up there to his studio, and
I was gonna say that name sounds familiar.
Slowbucks.
Yeah. I think he messes with a lot of rappers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And he invited me up, and I think Lloyd Banks, manager, was there. Yo Gotti, it was a bunch of people. So they saw the dogs, and that's just all it took. Just them seeing them.
You know what? When Yo Gotti was here with Black Youngster for the car show, they had a little dog with them.
They did. Did you have anything to do with it?
No,
Okay.
I didn't get one. They're so popular, man. Everybody, it's probably maybe one of his friends, somebody he was with, ain't no tell.
Okay.
But I don't think Gotti's got one. But they're the most popular dog right now. So everyone's got one. You see someone like famous, more likely someone with them's got one, or they own one. They're just very popular. They're great dogs, great personality.
So how long ago was this when this started happening? You decided, let me just start breeding these things professionally.
Like 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
It's fairly new.
Yeah.
And we didn't even tell you he breeds the dogs to the stars though. Like the stars. Like, how did you get into that? Like, get well connected.
Oh man, to be honest, I have a family member. They helped me out with like a couple people, but when I first started, man, I just started reaching out. reaching out to people, you know, and I think they just saw the work and saw, you know, how nice the dogs were, and other people's dogs that, you know, portray to be the biggest, nicest kennel. And I just think they just put the math together, you know, and we just linked up, and this is all it was. And it seemed like now, every person I sell a dog to is a celebrity now. So it's,
wow.
I'm just blessed. I'm glad it's working out the way it is.
Is this you based in Greensboro?
No, I'm in Winston-Salem.
Okay. So I mean, breeding dogs, like how, like, what type of space do you need to have for that? Like, you know, how does that all work in making sure that your house isn't all messed up?
You don't need a lot of space if you don't have like a lot of dogs, you know. But you know, I went and bought a 30 by 30 metal building. I had it insulated, you know, walls put up. It's nice. It's better than some people's houses I've been in. You know, they can go inside, outside, heated in there. They good to go. You know.
What is a day in the life like keeping up with the dogs? Like, how many dogs do you have?
Man. I mean, I don't own too many dogs. I'll just say that. I don't want to put no number or nothing on it, but I got a few dogs, you know, and then I co-own them out to other people. You know what I'm saying? Try to help them out or whatnot, but. You know, a day in the life, man, you get up at 5 and you just go. You know, I clean kennels for like 2 or 3 hours, then I bathe dogs, and I feed dogs, then I water dogs, and then, you know, a couple more hours, you really, you know, you get your stuff done, you got to do that all over again. You know, get your little few hours and pop it back off. You got puppies, man, shoot, you up every 2 hours feeding dogs.
Is this a full-time?
Yeah, I had to quit my job like 2 years ago. You know, I used to work a little bit, and I mean, it just got so much where I was flying out, and people want a dog when they want it then, and I can't be telling the job like, oh, I gotta go, and they don't want to hear that, you know. So I had to church up and chase it.
So I mean, just in comparison, just like outside of like being, I guess this is a part of being an owner, but like just the idea of clearly you love what you're doing because you got it branded on you, you got a cameraman in here and everything. And this is what you're doing full time, like that, doing this versus what you were doing before. Like, how much better do you feel like your quality of life is? Just doing something that you enjoy every single day.
It seems like I got more time, you know, to enjoy like family, you know, actually do stuff. You know, people will tell you like you work a job all day, you don't get to enjoy it. Well, I enjoy what I do, so it's just like I'm having fun all day. So it's not really like I'm having to be somewhere. I don't feel like I have to be somewhere. You know, I do it because I love it, and you know, it's great. It allows me to do really anything I need to do. Like, you know, money wise, I can get what I need to get, and you know, I got free time, so if I need to go somewhere, do something with the dogs, or someone called me for an event, I can go, you know. I got someone that can watch my kennel for me, it works for me, so I'm good to go. It allows me to do way more. When I work, you know, just work a job, you right there, you can't go nowhere. Right. Other opportunities pop up, you just gotta cap it, you know, and keep doing what they want you to do. That wasn't really getting me where I wanted to be, so I had to just do what I need to do for myself.
Is it your first venture as an entrepreneur?
No, I mean, I've owned other things, you know. I used to do like custom paint jobs and stuff like that, and you know, other little things like that, you know. But that's my passion. Dogs are my passion. I've always loved dogs, so I think that's why that just went so far, so fast.
So I gotta know the process, like, right? You know, because you gotta clearly you have to have a male and a female. Female has to be in heat. They have to be able to do something, and she has to have a successful pregnancy. And then you see what you got after that. Like, you know, you could have some puppies die. You could, you know, not have as many as the last litter or whatever. Like, what is this process from beginning to end for you? How long does that normally last?
It takes them like 63 days to have pups. Most dogs come in heat every 6 months. So, you know, a lot of people that are really serious about it and want to have the puppies, they'll do like a thing called a progesterone. And it's like a blood test, and it'll kind of give you the window of like where your dog is, so you can breed it. And you know, you have to do an AI. You know, they don't really breed natural. It's like where they artificially inseminate the dog.
Oh,
so they don't breed. So they don't breed natural.
Oh, so you're not trying to get two dogs to make love?
No, it ain't about the romance.
Nah,
I didn't even know they did that.
That was the part that I was wondering about. Like, it was like, how do you, like, if this, you know, I guess kind of like a human thing. If this female ain't feeling this dude, like, you know, how you gonna make that happen?
Be like, nah, I don't want
they
that.
do artificial insemination, and then, like, you know, 63 days later, you have to do a C-section.
What?
Because they can't birth them. You know, so they have to cut the dog open, and then, you know, you have to feed them every 2 hours. Every 2 hours you have to feed them. If they don't eat off of her, you have to feed them. Either way, you're going to have to put them with her. You can't leave her with them because she may lay on them. So it's like for 3-4 days, you'll be up all day for like 3 days.
So
It's breeding for real,
for real. I have questions. Why can't she have, like, if she got pregnant naturally?
I think I don't want to sound crazy, but I think the cervix or whatever is too small for them to birth the heads of the dogs. You know, bulldogs have like very large heads as puppies, so I think they just can't get them through the birth canal.
Oh,
so they can get like trapped in there, you know, and then the mom could.
So bulldogs have to be bred then.
Yeah, they have to be. They're made.
Or else they'll just die out.
Yeah.
What?
This is.
I'm mind blown right now.
Yep. But I think it's because how when man start touching stuff, it makes it different. It makes it kind of different. And I think once we start doing that and changing their size, is really what, you know, people want bigger dogs, shorter dogs. So when you get them really huge coming out of a small dog, it's gonna be kind of hard. And you know, and it's easier for the mothers too when you do C-sections. They don't have to do that pushing, and sometimes they can get stuck. And if you do it in the middle of the night, you know, unless you got like $4 or $5 grand to go to the vet, you know, right then and there, your dog could pass on you.
Now, is the mother dog, she's sedated, like y'all taking care of her, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm concerned.
They sedate her. They give her medication afterwards. You know, it's a big thing. She's babied afterwards.
So one female dog, like how many rounds of this can one? Are you doing this twice a year for like 5 years to one dog when she has like literally 50 kids or something like that?
Nah, usually how I do it is I won't usually do over 3 litters, and I'll skip a heat. So that gives them a break, their body to build back up, you know, and get everything back situated. And, you know, sometimes you miss them, so you might go a year and a half and not even have dogs off of that dog. So, you know, that's a long time if that's what you're in the business of doing and not making any money, you know what I'm saying? For like a year and a half, that's a long time because you still got to feed them, vet, everything else that comes with it. So, you know, it's crazy. You got to catch it, man. It's almost like rolling dice in Vegas, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so on the male end with the, I guess, insemination, I've seen something where basically you take a female cow or something, and then you get the bull kind of into it, and then I guess he kind of mounts her, but he's actually not on her. He's got something else. Is that basically similar to what y'all doing with that? And then from there, are you physically doing the insemination, or are you taking it?
So sometimes I do them. It just depends on like.
Oh, you really love this thing, man.
Oh yeah. Not, you know, I used to have to pay somebody $100, $150 every time I did that. So if I did 3 of them, that's like about $400, $500.
Yeah. Every
time I did a dog.
Yeah.
You know, that starts to become a little expensive on top of like C-sections and food and paying $3,000 or $4,000 to even breed the dog. If you don't have a male, you have to pay someone to use theirs.
Did you have a mentor? Like, how did you gain all this information? Because this is like some scientific stuff that.
And it just took trial and error. Like, because people in business, of any kind of business, they don't really want to show you all the stuff, and they know how to do it, but they don't. You know, I guess they see you as competition, so they don't want to show you nothing where you go faster than them. You know, further than them faster.
Yeah.
They want to keep you like, you know, at a certain.
Yeah.
You know, they'll tell you certain stuff, you know, keep you a certain level. You know, but, you know, I've had a lot of good mentors. This guy from Jersey, you know what I'm saying, a guy named Kay, he helped me out a lot. Other people, you know what I'm saying, they showed me a lot of different things, and you have to it's really just trial and error, because, I mean, I feel like a lot of breeders know more than the vet does. You know, and you go and pay him. Wow. You know, just really about hands-on, you doing it. Because, I mean, if they've never done it before, they're just going by stuff they've read. You know,
instead of the hands-on experience.
Yeah, they can't really tell you some, but not.
After that female has 3 litters, she's just retired. You just kind of have her, like, you know, just live the rest of her life just kind of peaceful. She doesn't have to worry about that no more.
Yeah, see, and I only been in it like 3 or 4 years. I've had one. Now, I had her. She's like 12 years old. Now, she's retired. you know, and
Yeah.
she's been retired for a long time. She just hangs around the house, and I don't have any others that I've retired. I don't have any that old, but you know, other ones, if I have to get rid of them, you know, or something like that, I'll find like a family member, someone that really wants one, and I just gift it to them, you know, so the dog will live out its life, you know, the best it can.
When you think about like the lifespan of dogs, and just especially this early start, I get, you know, when a mom has a kid, they're going to be connected. How soon do you have to give away puppies so that it's not too much of a connection, or is that even an issue?
Yeah, like I usually like to give them to at least 8 weeks. Usually
Okay.
before that, they're like attached to the mom. You know, at like 4 or 5 weeks, you know, they're still drinking milk and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you know, they need all the nutrients. They learn stuff from the other puppies in the litter, their mom. You know, and then when you take them way too early, you get those whiners. You ever get the dog and it's whoop.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can't even go to sleep. You know, and really what that is the person hasn't like adjusted the dog to like how it needs to live yet. And,
Yeah.
you know, it depends on the breeder. Like if you got a breeder that don't work and that's just all they do, you're gonna get a way better dog than someone that just breeds dogs. They kennel them. They when they get off work or something, they come feed them and all that. You need a person to play with them. You know, I get kids to play with them. They take them around bikes, noises. You need to adapt them to a lot of stuff. You know, so that way you don't really have a scary dog or you know a dog that's really not adapted to anything.
Or an aggressive one.
Or aggressive one.
Yeah. What's the temperament of a French Bulldog?
They are great dogs. I've never seen a mean French Bulldog, you know.
This
but
one in my hand is chilling. Like he's
Yeah,
the
he's
coolest
chilling.
little pup ever.
He's chilling.
I like them because they're a cool dog. Like you go in the house, they'll lay down, they'll chill. If you go outside, they'll play. Like I've had dogs that just don't do nothing but drink water and eat food. That's it, you know. You know, those dogs are great, man. They'll play, run, fetch. Like I got on shirt like Fetch got. Like, you know, I sold one to Dame Dash and he'll play fetch for days, non-stop. I mean, it lives and dies to fetch, you know. So
What you said you sold one to Dame Dash, like, you know, does that also come off of connections or word of mouth? Like how does that end up happening?
really I just reached out to them and like showed them, you know, my work and they liked it and they bought one and they called me back, bought another one, and like 4 weeks ago they bought another dog, so they bought 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just reached out to him. Like Instagram? Like what?
Yeah, just reached out to them.
Alright.
I guess it's different though, because like if, you know, it's not like it's a rapper saying listen to my stuff.
Yeah, this
You know what I'm
is
saying? Like that gets old. And at the
hey
end
bro,
of the day.
listen to my mixtape.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
like, hey, if you're interested in dogs, just look at the page. Like, if you're not interested in dogs, you're not gonna look. If you are, you're gonna take a look. Like,
Oh, yeah. And if they are, they'll like it. You know, if you got nice stuff, they, you know, and I have very nice colors. Oh yeah, they're gassy now.
they're passing gas over
Going
there.
crazy
on
over
board.
here.
Now, when you, I guess, how do you keep from being attached to like a new litter? Like, do you ever like have a new litter come out and you see that one and it's like, I gotta keep this one, but I have to really let it go so I can still make my money.
It's hard sometimes. Like this one right here is one I kept, you know. But sometimes you gotta keep just to build, but it's very hard. I try not to name them. Usually when I put a name on it, it's probably gonna hang around a little while.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What's this guy's name?
Her name is Culture.
Oh, baby Culture. I'm with it. She's a sweetie. So like, are they like hypoallergenic? Like if I have allergies, like would I freak out?
No. You should be fine with those type of dogs. Those Shih Tzus, Yorkies, you know, most short-haired dogs, they are. I know Frenchies are. English Bulldogs, I don't believe they are. They shed a little bit, you know. Frenchies, they don't shed like that. You know, I think all dogs shed, because even my Yorkie shed. It's supposed to be hypoallergenic, don't shed, but you know, it's got hair, it's got to come out. But it don't shed like as far as say like you rub on your clothes, you got hair all over you. So
how much? Oh, go ahead.
Go for it.
How much do they run?
It depends on the breeder, you know what I'm saying, and the structure and the quality of the dog. Like, you know, I can go out and get a pair of shoes from Payless, or I can go out and get a pair of shoes from the Gucci store, or wherever you choose to get your shoe from. But, you know, it's quality, you know, is what you're paying for. So mine, particularly, I don't sell a dog less than $3,000. You know, that's what mine started at, and they go up. You know.
I was going to ask, what are the different breeds that you have?
I do English Bulldogs and French Bulldogs and Yorkies, like exotic color Yorkies. Yeah.
Exotic
Okay.
colors.
What are the...
Right, I just know about the little blonde and silver joints.
Oh, they make chocolate. I breed like chocolate Yorkies, Merle. Yeah, they make a few colors.
I have never seen a chocolate Yorkie before.
You might have to go by the kennel and check them out.
Okay.
Yeah, I have them on my page too, at Herriott Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Herriott_Bulldogs. They're on there.
Yeah, follow him. Do you think you're gonna branch out to other breeds?
More than likely. I gotta try to find something I like and everybody else likes, and you know that'll be a good fit. You know.
What do you
I'm thinking about Labradors. They ain't want me to do Labradors and stuff like that.
People love Labs.
Yeah,
They're like
they do.
America's favorite dog, aside from a golden retriever.
Yeah, I think they make the Labradoodles or something like that.
That's what I was about to
Obama
say.
had got one of those. Those are really popular.
Labradoodles are popping. They're like so cute. They're like a poodle mixed with like a lab.
Oh man, his gas is horrible.
Yo, it's Trill over here.
Her gas, I'm sorry.
It's Trill.
Just to kind of piggyback off of Morgan's question a little bit, just like she was talking about the future, but what do you see the future of the business looking like? You know, are you thinking expansion, like get your own compound that's kind of like outside of your living quarters or something, or like what do you think your future is with the business?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a even bigger facility. Like I have a facility now that's kind of separate from my home now. Like I said, I have a 30 by 30 building. It's not too big, you know. It'll fit, you know, a few dogs for me, what I need for right now. But within a year, that kind of got small when I built that. So
Yeah.
I know now I'm going to need a way bigger place. And you know, I'm trying to do a dog store. You know, where people come get dog food, maybe board a dog or two, train.
That's cool.
You know, buy stuff, you know, that you can't really get from like PetSmart. Like, I buy dog food that you can't really get from PetSmart.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you might have to get it from Tractor Supply or a private kind of pet place. So, you know, I want to help the breeders, you know, AI kits, stuff like that, and things we need that you just can't go pick up from like your local store.
Are you thinking about getting into training as well, maybe, or maybe have that as an arm of everything, or is that completely different from what you want to get into?
It's not really different, I guess, because of dogs. It all kind of links together. But I already have a guy that does it professionally. You know, he does it for a few football players. So you know, when I get the spot going or whatnot, I just have him come in and we'll try to get something going.
I really didn't even think about this, like the different, I guess, services you can give to, I guess, high income folks out there, whether it's the celebrities or football players or maybe even just people who have extra money and they want to spend extra money on dogs. Like I didn't even think about like that as
Is there like accessories?
As a customer base.
Yeah.
A lot of people are starting to get like the Belgians and the Shepherds, like for, you know, protection.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I can get you, find your dog, whichever one you want, the Belgian or the Shepherd, have my guy train it, you know, have it delivered to your house, fully trained, ready to go, you know, be ready to go.
And train. This is a whole.
This is amazing. Did you see this like, you know, 4 years ago when you did you ever imagine that you'd be, you know, raising dogs professionally?
Not really. I knew I probably had something to do with some dogs, but like where I could
like owning a couple, but
yeah, I can like
not a whole empire out
people,
here.
You know, do my thing with it. Nah, I didn't see it like that. I didn't see it like that.
You got the Discovery Channel up in your house,
right?
And just I guess one thing, just you know, how do you keep them from fighting each other? Like I guess that's something I've kind of wanted to know.
Well, I just spend that money, man, and I get these wire welded kennels. You know, it's special kennels. They can't break through them or anything like that. And then I put up boards, you know, they're called bark guards, where the dogs can't like face each other. Because usually when dogs get in kennels and they be in there, they'll start to bark at each other through the fence. So, you know, every dog has its own kennel. I have I think over 20. 20 separate kennels, so each dog has its own kennel where it can go inside, outside.
Yeah.
You know, its own bed, elevated bed where it can lay on it, don't lay on the ground, you know.
So it's more so about the environment that keeps them from going at each other than just them just being temperamental and naturally with each other.
Well, that and socializing them. You know,
Okay.
I let all my dogs out together. I don't really like just separate these dogs. To me, that kind of does it. You know, I like to feed them together sometimes in like one bowl, a large bowl, so all of them can eat together. Sometimes, you know, I usually feed them separate, but you know, a couple times out of the week, just for them to keep acclimated with each other.
Yeah.
I just, feed them all together so they can, like a family.
Yeah.
Sit down and have a family dinner.
This has been super enlightening.
Look at you, your eyes are lit up today.
Yeah, I was super sleepy. It just woke me up. Give everybody your social media information, so if they want to inquire about something or maybe become a customer, how can they get in contact with you?
It's Herriott Bulldogs, so it's at HERRIOTT _ Bulldogs. Herriott Bulldogs.
It's popping.
And that's on Instagram and everything?
Yep.
Word up. Thank you so much for coming, and I know Morgan's having a fun time holding this dog that's farting in her.
Right, I don't even care.
You gotta take the good with the bad.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much for coming in. You listen to Straight Talk right here on 102 Jamz.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.